Welcome to the flea pit, everybody. Welcome to the show. If you've been here before, you know how this goes. We work on our crafts here and watch a movie. I'll give you my review as I do my thing. Come watch and come see what this old shrew can do. If you're real lucky, you'll find some inspiration here too.
Alright guys, welcome to day 1 of the yarn crawl. This one is being held in the Bay Area. It's my first time ever doing a yarn crawl. I have my trusty demon dog with me and we're at our first stop. It's called the Nordic Nest. It just opened. Hopefully it's not too busy. Let's go on in and check it out. That's us. Lots of cute stuff. Ooh, definitely packed. I didn't really get too much videos, too many people, but I did like this tote. I'm not from San Carlos though, so I didn't get it. I just got my stamp and we are on our way to our second location, which is in the East Bay. I'll let you know when we get there. Alright guys, here we are. We made it. We got our stamp and we're back on the road. I'm sorry I didn't add any video clips for the yarn in there, but the lady was chatting us up. We were the only ones in there and it felt a little weird. So here we are on our way to the third location for the day. Well, an attempt of the third location. We typed into the Apple GPS, Apple Maps, that we wanted to go to knit this, purl that, and it took us here automatically and it told us to drive into the complex and it should be straight ahead. We didn't see it though, so something inside said, okay, maybe it's like behind there. And so we went behind and we looked around and this is what we found. And it's just like a VA hospital, so very much no yarn back here. So we just kept on walking. I let my dog get a little potty break in the meantime. And then we started walking around to the front and I decided we're just going to look at all the stores just to be safe. And so we walked through this gardening store, or like gardening area, and obviously that's not it. And then we walked through this restaurant, and it's like, that's obviously not yarn. And then up ahead, I believe there's like a coffee place. That's obviously not yarn. And I was starting to get a little bit panicky because I kind of timed things out. Obviously, yarn stores don't stay open super late, so I was just nervous I wasn't going to get all the ones in the South Bay done. I checked the sign, not there. I see some more signs in the back and I'm hoping it's in the back, but I don't see it. It's not there. And I was like, what about on the other side? Still not there, just double-sided. But I had my phone GPS on at the same time while I was recording this video and it said, just go in. It's right there. Just go in, go straight. And so I finally looked at the numbers and it said this was the place. So I climbed to the top. I didn't see any stairs. I don't see anything welcoming like the other places. But I just go up anyway and I look around. That's the right number, but that's definitely not a yarn store. So I guess I'm just going to head back to the car. I don't know. It was definitely there at some point. Time to do some research on my phone. Okay. For some reason, just typing in knit this, purl that on my phone at that location, it said, oh, it's 15 minutes away. So here we are on the road, guys. We'll be there soon. And we're here. Ta-da! We're turning in. I'll talk to them about it and see what's up, even though I'm pretty sure they moved. We got some pretty yarn. I talked to them. They said people talk to them about it all the time. Apparently, I was just the first of many. But we got our stamp and we're back on the road, heading to shop number 4, and that's all that matters. Ta-da! We made it to Inbetween Stitches. It is the second shop in Livermore. Just in time for the sprinkles to start, we headed on in. Ooh, they have lots of lovely yarn. I like that color. Or I guess those colors, that combination. They have lots and lots to choose from. This is just the front too, guys. I think so far this might be one of my favorite shops if it wasn't so far from me. They have, ooh, look at all this extra stuff. They have like the yarn hangers. They have some needles. They have the interchangeable needles. Not that I'm a knitter. They have plenty of soaps, some books, examples of knit things. Lots of fabric over there. We'll get to it all, I guess. So first, let's start over here. They have like that little light thing to go around your neck when you're knitting or crocheting at night. Granny square book. Lots of little yarns. Ooh, I love this quilt. That's so cute. Somebody loves you. And lots of thread. I did find Octavia, so that's an extra stamp for me. Threads in lots of colors. Lots of pens. Anything you could need for sewing. This place has it all. They have the fabrics. Look at that. Lots. Everything in like a gradient shade. I really appreciate that. And then I entered their giveaway. Got my stamp. And we're back on the road. And we're going to go south even more to, I believe, the most southern one. So let's hit it. Alright guys, we made it. We're in Morgan Hill. Our shop should be right around here somewhere on the left. It's called A Pop of Color Yarns. Ooh, let's hopefully get inside before it gets too wet out here. It's starting to sprinkle again. I don't know if you could see that, but let's get inside. We're going to get our stamp and hopefully, ta-da! I got one video. It was busy. That's what I was thinking. But we got our stamp and we're heading on over to Fillory Yarns. We'll be there in a second. Oh, we made it. Let's head on in. Ooh, I really like their octopus here. I love those button eyes, the purple, the like burgundy they chose, and look at those little suckers. Oh, so cute. Ooh, but then look at all this gorgeous yarn over here. All these beautiful colors. I like it. That's a nice color. And that's a nice color. Those are lovely colors. Ooh, that's nice too. Dang. Okay, I think with all these beautiful colors, dang, even my demon dog says it's a good store. Look at that tail. They have some Malabrigio. I like that. Some chunky textures. I like that. Some Rasta and Malabrigio. I definitely like that. I think I might have to get something from the store. Maybe even a couple things. Ooh, definitely a couple things. Very nice. And over here we have more. Lovely, lovely. This place definitely has it if you're in the South Bay. I would suggest coming. Ooh, look at this. It's cotton and merino. I like the black, like subtle undertone with the greens and the reds and blues. I wish they had an orange. Very nice. Okay, but these guys are calling me, specifically the Archangel and the Navigante. But they're kind of similar, so we'll see how much yarn I end up with. Alright guys, we left Fillory. I may have grabbed an item or two, and we're back on the road. We're heading over to our last shop of the day called Uncommon Threads in Los Altos. Ta-da! We made it. We got our stamp, which makes this the end of our day, which brings our total up to 8 on our card, and we're on day 2 now, which means we have 11 shops to get to. We're hitting the rest of the East Bay, knocking that all out. And then if we have enough time, we're going to get to all of the ones in the city. So cross your fingers. Alright guys, we made it. We're in Alameda at Coven of Stitches. We're looking at these cute pins they have. And these cute amigurumis. Look at these little frogs. They're so cute with their wee fingers. So intricate. I really like it. They're going to give the octopus a run for their money. They're coming up hard behind it. We're at our second stop for the day, guys. This one is in Oakland. It's called A Verb to Keep You Warm, and they should just be opening. Yep, right here. I just got them opening it up. So let's head on in. Ooh, right away I see something I like. Clearly, guys, I'm drawn to purple, but those are very nice too. Dang, but this purple. You know what? No. I think I just like all of them. They're like textures. I like that. Ooh, and this like teal orange. That's nice too. Let me get a little bit of the label there for you. They have a sheep with an eye patch. How adorable. Okay, so that one was called Plump. I'm guessing that's like the weight, the thickness, because this one over here doesn't have anything. Those ones don't either. They don't say plump. Ooh, that's nice too. I think these guys will probably be popular for the yarn crawl. Who wouldn't want all these colors for their yarn stash? I definitely do. Ooh, and then look over here. They'll dye your yarn for you too. That's definitely cool. I mean, I'm not there yet, again, but if I ever do need that, I know where to go. And now you guys do too. So, we got our stamps. Today I have a partner, a co-pilot. He also got his third stamp because he found Octavia. And we're back on the road, guys. So, we're off to our third store for the day. It's Imagiknit in Berkeley, and I'll let you know when we're there. And we made it. We're at Imagiknit, their Berkeley location. Right over here, about to head on in. Let's see what they've got. They've got some woobles. I see some knitting stuff, a cookbook. Ooh, very busy at Imagiknit. Let's just get our stamp and go. Alright guys, we're off to the fourth store for the day. We're going to Lafayette, and the store is Busy Stix. We're getting off right over here, and we're walking over. Ta-da! It's right there. Ta-da! Busy Stix. We're gonna walk on in, and that's for us. Woo! Ooh, this is lovely, and that's lovely. They have a lot of sample work. I didn't even bother to check if it was on sale because I want to make everything for myself. They had a lovely shop dog too. We got our stamp, and now we're back on the road for our fifth store. It's in Martinez, kind of close by. We made it. Ta-da! It's called Busywork Craft Supply. I did donate in that box right there. And I do like the store, don't get me wrong. It's got a lot of other stuff besides yarn. But it's all like crafty stuff. So I enjoyed it. It's so far out of my way. I would never really revisit it except for the next yarn crawl. But look at these cute scissors. Oh, I really love them. And those ones too, they remind me of a pair of eyeballs. And they have all this nice yarn. I just feel like if they were in the Mission in San Francisco, I would totally come to this store on the regular. But it's in Martinez, like I said, so I don't know if I'd come here just for the store. Maybe if I'm already in the area, which I'm not. I'm never in Martinez. So we got our stamps. We're back on the road. We're heading back down. We're heading towards Albany, walking up to the store, but it was also busy. So really, once we peeked inside, got our stamp, we just turned around, which means we're off to our next store called the Black Squirrel. It's coming up right over there. Da-da-da! And I really like it. I don't know if you can see. I'm going to try and zoom in right there. They're crocheted flowers. They're just like triangles, but they're sewn onto the wall. And I think that's really cute. And I really like their door. It feels so official, like I'm entering a new world. Ta-da! And the store is in Berkeley. It is pretty busy, but look, oh my gosh, look at all their beautiful colors. They have mohair. They have these like upcycled little bags. That one's of dog food. I think that's so cute, so smart. Oh, But look at all this lovely stuff. I like that extra texture. I love the peachy, the oranges. That's nice. They have this sale section in the back always. So like there's always something to buy even if you don't have the most to spend. They always have something. You can always dig. They have this section back here for embroidery. They have these cute needle minders. Oh, look at that little guy right there. They have some felting stuff. They have kits. I mean, it's a little bit closer to me, but not really. But I would highly recommend the black squirrel. And so that makes all of our East Bay stuff done for the day. We got all of those stamps, and now we're just going to head back to the city. So I'll check in with you when we're there at our next stop. Alrighty guys, we made it to Atelier Yarn in San Francisco. Apparently they have 2 locations. We're just waiting for the light to change so that we can head on over and start looking. And of course get our stamp. Let's go. So we got our stamp already. We're just being nosy. I did love all these scissors, and they have lots of soap, little skeins, and all these beautiful examples. I really appreciated it. They also have tags on who made it, what the pattern is, what kind of yarn they used. I really love the examples. Like this hat, oh, this pumpkin hat, so cute. But then I saw this one right next to it. Look at this blueberry hat, somehow even cuter. I love this scarf too. I don't remember the name of the stitch they used, but it definitely gives a like dragon scale effect, and I thought that was very nice. So we got our stamps and then we left. We have our third to last store. This one's called Lafayette Fibers. And let's head on in. They have, look at these huge balls of yarn right here. They're a little rough and scratchy, but I still liked them. And then they have the smaller stuff that's softer. I love these colors. This like orange. They had an example right there too. And then look at that huge thing. Oh my gosh. That thing looks like it might even weigh more than me. They have this yarn here too, and they have some lovely pins. I'm not a knitter, but I am a hooker, and I do sew. So perhaps I might snag one of these pins. They also have some hooks, and they have this lovely yarn up here. I like that green very much, and that blue. And then on my way out, I saw that real cute cat bed, and I had to take a little video of that. But ta-da! We are here. We made it to Firebird Yarns, our second to last store for the day. That's cute. Let's head on in and get that stamp. Alright guys, yarn like this is why I was excited to go on this yarn crawl. It is unlike any of the other yarn that we've really seen. It has lots of different funky textures. It's not just like yarn. It also has bits of fabric in there, or different colors, different textures. I'm not there yet in terms of knowing what I would want to do with it or how to use it exactly, but I appreciate all these different new yarn that I can now think about when I am trying to start new projects. Look at this. I really like this example. It reminds me of like a stone path. I don't know what I'd use it for, what project, but now I know it exists and one day I will use it. And it is a cobblestone cowl. That's very cute. Okay, so I'm really enjoying the yarn in here, guys. I definitely think you will too. I'm just gonna slowly take a peek around. I'll put on some music and I'll let you know when we get to the next store. Nice, guys. We made it just in time. As you can see, we made it to the last store. They're starting to close up for the night. It's called Imagiknit. We're going to head on inside, get our last stamp, which makes stamp number 18. Woo! Alright, they have lots of pretty stuff here, as you can see. I'm just going to turn off the camera so we can get our stamp and do some shopping. Ta-da! It's day 3 of the yarn crawl. Our last day, we only have 4 shops left to go. We're in Half Moon Bay at Fillory Fibers. Look at that bad boy. They have a nice wall of Malabrizio. I think that's how you pronounce it. So far, I really like that one out of all of the stores. I definitely tend to go towards that one the fastest. They also have some yarn over here. This pretty stuff with sequins. Some knitting needles. I am slightly familiar with that brand, but I like their colors. They also have some different textured stuff, some examples with the different textured stuff. and some hooks. Ta-da! Hooks, 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 and some stitch markers. Anything you could need to get started on a project, I guess. They have a lot to choose from over here. I like those colors. That's very nice. Some books. I'm just going to walk around the store and show you some stuff. And then we're going to hit the road. And I'll let you know when we're at our next shop. Alrighty guys, here we are. We're coming up on our second shop of the day. We're in Pacifica. It's called the Royal Bee, and according to the GPS it should be on our right. Let's see, yep, right there. We're just gonna look for some parking, and now we're heading on in. And just about as soon as we walked in, someone came over and asked to take our dog out, so we got our stamp and we left. And now we're back on the road. We're gonna drive right through the city and into the North Bay. We're going to be heading to our last two shops. They're strangely on the same block, so it should be pretty easy. I'll let you know when we get there. Alrighty guys, we stopped for lunch, but we are here. We're in Marin. Ta-da! This is the last store of the yarn crawl. Ba-ba-ba-ba! And look at these beautiful colors. I saw them almost right away. I've always wanted a hat with these two colors. They're gorgeous. Look at the little girl on there. They have a little story on the back. They are from Peru. I do like the story. They have some books in here in the store. They have lots of paint in the store. Lots and lots of paint in the store. They have lots of dyeing stuff. It's not just like a yarn store. Just wanted to show you guys. And then I got my stamp and we submitted it. And now we're done. Ta-da! How do you feel about participating in your first yarn crawl, guys? Because I feel pretty good about it. Now we just have to wait a few weeks and see if we won. If not, that's cool. We had a good time anyway. And I know we said we were going to visit 4 shops today, but Atelier Marin is pretty close to the one in San Francisco, so it felt weird whipping out my phone and just showing you an exact copy. In the meantime, we're just going to wait around and see if we won. Guess what, guys? Guess who won? Guess who's a winner? Guess who? We are! Bam! Look at that pretty stuff right there. So, this one on the left, this one's the win for the X on bingo. It's this pretty shade of purple. Well, I thought it was a shade of purple, but then when I looked at it closer, it kind of like has a gradient effect. There's like this light one, you can see it right there. And then for the X, or for the blackout, my bad. For the blackout bingo, we have this pretty fluffy stuff right here from Seismic Yarn. And it says they're from the Bay Area, so I enjoy that. And according to the back, look at that. Ooh, it's merino, but it's called bioluminescent. And more importantly than that, it was made just for the yarn crawl. Just for the winners. Just for the winners. That's us, you guys. That means this is extra special. I don't know what I'm going to do with it yet, but I'm saving it for something one day. One day it'll be used for something beautiful.